serve the MDU market for both hospitality, residential, as far as clients. This is going back to when the development market and the MDU market was really in its 2006, and the first occupancies were scheduled for April of this year, and we've actually launched. And so it was the first, not just application where we presented, we provided, but we're actually launched and live easily. So there are very minimal requirements on the hardware and software levels as well. We're leveraging all the user interfaces. Some of the legacy products are here. Notification, building services, resources, like if they have a screening room, any other amenities that are an exclusive offering that enables the developer to differentiate the community from others in the market. In other words, it's not being used for integration within any given unit. Okay. In this case, of course, there would be an Ethernet backbone back to the central processor. And again, the central processor in this case is only used, so the in-residence touch panel going through the building network, out to the building controller, through the cloud for all of the services, and then back to each of the touch panels. The other outside entities, email alerts, local services like valet, for example, they would actually be communicating through these other devices from a cloud base, then be accessing to go out to the cloud. So the Intelliplix app on each of their control interfaces. So again, the reason we did this, and we thought that this really helped, was, and go through the app. Change resolution here for a second.
It's what, George?
It would be branded per site, so you'll see the name here. Again, this custom graphic will be designed specifically for the development, and connecting virtually back to our office to a controller there. And you can see, even still, it's a pretty quick response. Within a building, okay? Exactly. So if I go to building resources, the screening room, and here's where lets me know you do not currently have this reserved, so I'd like to reserve it for 2 hours. When would you like to reserve it? I'd like to reserve it this week. It's going to let me know when it's available. You'll notice the first, Sunday through Thursday, obviously that's in the past. But if it was not available on Friday, that would have an X as well. Or when I click on Friday, it would actually tell me when it is available. So currently it's available between 8:30 and 10. Okay? So also this now goes out through the cloud back to Intelliplix, which then goes back to the property manager requesting that reservation. If I go back to building resources, you'll see I can also, there's a private dining. The great thing about this is that when I go to the portal, the property manager actually has the retailers or any services that are available either in the building or maybe in the community. Okay? So sweet and savories or tech helpers, they may be in the neighborhood and offering a service to the building. The description here, and it's a cleaning service. So you can see this is pretty basic. Avenues Restaurant. Here's the persona. Spa and facial offers expert massage, and so on and so forth. Make an appointment today and receive a complimentary $10 discount. Now the one thing here is this would also be a great resource for the property manager to offer to the local retailers and go to this resource to see what the services within our area are. So if they want to get a spot and you're the only one listed, it might be a benefit to the retailer. Okay? And they may charge $10, $20, $30 a month, whatever they feel is appropriate, whatever they like to charge. Okay? There's also other things that can be done. This can be updated, again, by the property manager. They may offer a service. One of the dealers that we were communicating with said, hey, you know what? We can update this monthly, daily, weekly, annually, and charge appropriately for those services, for that level of service. Services side is the valet. Now, valet can be handled one of many ways. One is there's a private garage within the building, and there's private parking spaces already allotted to the individual tenant. So in this case, you'll notice that I have 4 vehicles under the Madison residence. So Mr. Madison can go in and say, I would like my Acura MDX, and I would like it within 20 minutes. Request. So now that has been sent to the valet provider, okay, to the garage. So they're going to have a terminal. It could just be a very simple terminal. So currently you'll notice at the bottom that we have one vehicle request pending. Go in there. Now, another way that it can be handled is just ticketing. So there could be valet where you have private garage. And you have a ticket and you can just enter in the number 1, 2, 3, whatever the number is. Oops. Request your vehicle. Okay? So request a vehicle with car with ticket number 1, 2, 3 is acknowledged. Let's see. Message comes up. The elevator bank will continue until the end of the month. Again, go back to the Madison residence, comes back to the main menu. Again, you'll see the local services up here. We can go directly to that tab, and so on. Pretty straightforward. Management firm or just several developers that have various sites. As you access the portal, you'll be able to access all of those various sites. They can go to one login and be able to see multiple sites. Okay. Again, that login website. Intelleplex.com, you can just get some quick information. This is currently live, so if you'd like to visit our website and be able to get additional information or share this with your developer clients, be able to point them to our website to be able to get additional information, schedule presentation, and so on. Form, so you can register a project, add a message. I can select the language here. Okay. Subject, I can create a message saying this is just a test, and body just 1, 2, 3, and do I want a response, like a yes or no response? When should this message expire? So that, or you can create a resource. Okay. Yes.
Is this the dealer login, or now this is what the property manager also uses at the same time?
What you saw for me was the dealer login. I obviously had to allow permissions to all the staff. Okay. As we scroll down, now here are all the navigators. And so, as you scroll through, we're able to present that on a digital signage, display, whether it be on, we would develop this image, but all of the content, again, is based on, as in Canada, we've got distributors in both Mexico and Brazil, and we've been working with others. So, really has taken off. We've had great conversations. And we're really excited about where packets available to review with you. If you're interested in dealership, we have this available, filled out. We go to project initialization. Once we initialize, the site is created, it's available. The nav IDs, you're able to go in and create services, create users, create nav IDs. I mean, all of that is a very simple to offer an MDU type solution. And several things that we noticed going back. One, if it's not cost effective, it could be the greatest thing since sliced bread, they're just not going to do it. And so we had to price it appropriately. Second is where the R markings is. So we're looking at implementation of about $6,500 to $10,000 based on the services, okay? And subscription fee with no minimum from $300 to $450 depending on number of units. And allows you then the ability to even double that standpoint, just being able to send text messages, package notification. We're looking at increasing that. There's different levels that we've realized are needed. One, package notification versus package logging versus package tracking. Each one actually has a different level of service and different level of needs. For example, being able to print out a ticket and slap it, barcode scan each package as they come in is different than just being able to indicate that you have a package, and notify the end users that way. iOS and Android devices are going to be soon integrated as well. Working on that, and also SIP telephony and communications is also on the